very appreciative to the crowd. I thought our crowd was great. I really appreciate our crowd coming out. Coming off a devastating loss the other night. Proud of the group, staying composed, staying locked in. We talked about leadership. I thought our leadership tonight from Rodney, from Kyron was big time. You know, anytime we needed a basket or a settle me down type of situation, I thought they did that. I think Seton Hall is as talented as any team in our league. I think they're as tough as a rebounding team in the country. I was proud of our toughness. That's the team, you know, we've had early with the toughness level and the concentration to details. I thought it was a really good team win, but more proud of the psyche of the group when, you know, we're a little beat up, you know, losing a couple games. But it's always good when you're able to come home, incredible crowd, incredible energy. You know, I'm hoping everybody was at the game today when they see it on these great channels that are covering this, how important they are when they're that energetic. We're really, really hard to beat in this building. So congratulations to our staff at Providence College, the ticket staff, and get people to come into the building because I think they make a big difference. Quick turnaround to prepare for Georgetown, but we'll enjoy this win. Just proud of the group and couldn't be more excited for that.
You Seton Hall is going to make a run at you at some point in time, even though with the big lead.
Sure.
And it was again, you mentioned the toughness. Is that something you really portrayed with a timeout there? Yeah.
Well, I mean, you just talked about, you know, who are they, what they're trying to do. They've been in a lot of games where they've been behind and come back and have won the game. And when the game was tied, you know, I didn't want our players to fall back where we were the other day emotionally. So it had to be us as the leaders of the team, the coaches, to continue to instill their confidence. And I thought coming out of one of the timeouts, I think Emmett had a really big basket that just was an energy basket, although Rodriguez matched it. And then he comes down and makes two really big free throws, so that was good.
Ed, can you take us into the last few days and what you and the staff might have done to sort of rebuild that confidence with your players after the tough?
You know, we talked about being positive. You know, it's easy to beat guys up when you lose. It's easy to point fingers, talking to the players. It's easy to blame people, but really, that locker room is sacred, and we have to believe in one another. Everybody likes when you win. You find your best people when you're struggling, and the best people in the room are ourselves, because none of you out there know what the hell it is to go through these games and how hard it is to win. You can write about it, you can talk about it, you can criticize, you can tweet, but until you pick up a whistle and go recruit and then demand something from 18 to 22-year-olds, this is not an easy job. So I'm proud of us just being mentally tough as a group.
And you talk about your zone, particularly like maybe Delgado, I think he only limited 9 shots, trying to maybe kind of get the ball out of his hands.
Well, I mean, he's a great player. You know, I mean, he's a double waiting to happen. We just try to keep them off balance as much as we could. You know, we wanted to really shrink our lineup a little bit to give a little bit more consistency to the guys that were on the floor, and it was a gut feel to stick with a small rotation in the second half. And I thought, you know, just changing defenses just kept them off balance.
Kyron, you were crying when you were coming off the floor. Why was that?
Today is my mom's birthday. You know, I've always been my #1 fan. It means nothing more to me to give her this win today.
What do you think she thought of the shot when you probably went in?
Oh man, I know she was jumping up and down back home screaming. You know, her and my dad, you know, catch every game. I mean, even when they're at work, you know, they always tell me not to call them, tell them to score. They want to watch it and check it out for themselves. So
That's awesome.
I know she was happy.
Would they really do that?
Yeah.
Crazy.
I don't want to know the score, then go back and watch it.
Kyron, what was the difference in you physically tonight? Obviously, you were struggling a little the other night. I mean, was it that much of a physical difference from one night to the next?
I mean, you know, always, you know, you only get better with time, you know, just needed, you know, some time, to, you know, for my body to heal, and I think coach has been managing that, and I think it's been helping me.
Is that kind of the same thing with Jalen too? Like, you know, being a little bit better, tolerating as the day
Sure, I mean,
went
his
on?
hand was pretty swollen for about 4 or 5 days, and it's still swollen today. I'm proud of him gutting it out, because his hand is still pretty sore. But that, you know, other guys stepped up. I thought he did a decent job defensively. He's still not 100%. We'll get him some rest. I don't know how much these guys will go tomorrow as we prepare for Georgetown. But, you know, John Rock does a good job with our medical staff, so hopefully he continues to do it.
Coach, you played some big lineups today with both Khalif and Emmett at the same time, along with Rodney. You're going to do more of that going forward? It seemed very
We're trying
effective.
to, you know, as Khalif is getting a little bit more comfortable, as Alpha's getting a little bit more comfortable, we think that's a lineup for our league. I mean, that's a, you know, as big of a lineup as we can come with, other than Kyron on the floor. We basically had our longest, thickest athletes on the floor against their physicality, one of the best rebounding teams in the league. So we needed, as I told those guys, and it was, they were breaking my chops a little bit. When you play against them, it has to be a prison riot when you play them. Not from their perspective, from the mentality of which we have to come on. When you play teams like that are that physical, you gotta survive somehow, some way, I like the term. I don't care what you guys think, to be honest with you.
Seton Hall only shot 8 free throws. Was that the zone or what?
Combination of both. I think it's a combination of both. I thought they settled for some jump shots. Seton Hall, to me, is an NCAA team. They got veteran guys. That group there won a Big East championship. They have 4 juniors on the floor that are spectacular. That's a great win for us. They're gonna win a lot of basketball games. And think of our league. Just think of the league. This league is brutal, man. God bless the Big East. It's a really, really good league.
Kyron, after what happened at the end the other night at DePaul, how much did you just want to get back out on the court today and play again?
I mean, we had to watch a little bit to learn first, They threw a little bit of press at us there. I think the guys out there handled it well, including myself. And, it just feels good to get back on that winning side, and just for our mentality. I mean, sometimes it gets hard when you go through those little droughts, but I think we bounced back pretty well today.
Rodney, what did you think of today? You're kind of a spectator today. You're just hanging out. Right? We didn't bring Rodney to kind of look good.
Rodney, I think you said a couple of games ago, and maybe last week, about getting in the gym, getting more shots up. I think this is 2 games in a row now that you played pretty well. Is that kind of the results, spending more time in the gym, or?
Yeah, just working hard and just trying to get back into my rhythm and just trying to be the best me that I can be.
How big of a win is this, psychologically going forward?
Definitely. Like you said, it's an NCAA team, and we needed this win, and we came out with the win, and it helps our confidence.
Looking forward to Monday, Martin Luther King Day, right? Make sure you all have a good Monday because